If you're looking to improve the quality of your YouTube videos, but you only have $100, well, you're in luck because I'll be breaking down this entire YouTube studio setup using just my phone and a few accessories for less than $100. Let's dive in.
You gotta just press record.
So the first part of our kit is this lighting kit, and I've actually done a full video reviewing this light and how to properly set it up. But what's great about this is it comes with a remote. You can turn it on and off, has a bunch of brightness settings and color temperature. But it also comes with this light stand, and from that we're going to attach our phone, and this bit of accessory is called a friction arm, and it comes with a phone mount. So what we're going to do is we're going to clamp this to the light stand right here. I'm just going to go ahead and loosen this bit up. We'll go in and we'll tighten that in, and then from here we can articulate this any way we see fit, but from here, I'm just going to lock this in by turning this knob, and we're gonna loosely just kind of get that in place. Next up, we're gonna grab our phone and we're going to slide it into the phone mount. So all we gotta do is kind of lift up on this, and it's kind of spring action, and like so. So obviously right now it's a little bit lower. I kind of want it at my eye level. So I'm just going to raise this up a little bit, and then I can adjust the position of my light, or my phone, however. And once we got it in, we can kind of lock into place, and you shouldn't really have to adjust your phone all that much. But right here we have our light, and really it's just like super close to my face. So getting it close is always gonna be good because it'll give you a softer quality of light. We could adjust the height if we needed. Let's say it was in the frame, we could just raise it up slightly till it's out. So that's the camera placement set up on this one stand. Now we do want to make sure we dial in our lighting exposure, and we can use it with this remote. So we can turn up the brightness if we want, or lower it. You just want to make sure that it's not super bright where you're blowing your skin out, but the iPhone does a great job of kind of correcting the exposure. So right here is a good setting. We also have a color temperature setting, so I could cool it down or warm it up. I found the best setting is kind of somewhere in the middle. If you put it somewhere in the middle, it has nice pleasing skin tones, and this already is looking pretty good. So we took care of the camera and the lighting. What we really need to improve is our audio. So we have this really cheap wireless microphone that has USB-C. So what I'm going to do is plug this in into the receiver. It's a little USB-C that goes into my phone. Then there's a power button on the microphone itself. So I'll hold that down till it lights up green. So then I can just clip this onto the front of my shirt and rotate it so it's pointing at my mouth there. And that is the audio coming from this $25 microphone. This is how it sounds, and getting the microphone closer, it's always going to sound better. So if you can get this set up, this is a really convenient and easy way to get good audio. Now, another thing you might want to do is just kind of hold the microphone. That's a very trendy thing to do right now, is hold it up, and as you're talking, this is what the audio quality sounds like when I'm using the wireless microphone connected to my phone wirelessly, which is insane. Another great thing about this setup and this friction arm in particular is you can rotate your phone and shoot vertical content like this in a matter of a few seconds. So we have our camera, we have our light, and we have our audio. You could really stop here. It's already looking so good, but we have a little bit more room in our budget. One thing I like to add is another light. This is a little creative light. This is called a sunset projector light, but it really has multiple uses. If I turn it on, first off, it's kind of like just a warm diffusion. So I can kind of use this as a hair light in the background, or even just put it on front of the camera if I'm looking for an extra bit of fill. But then I can actually switch modes to this super cool RGB mode. And this just adds a lot of color to your videos. You can adjust the different colors, RGB, you can go warm, you can go purple, red. I like this purplish blue, and I can just kind of point it at the background, and let's say I just set it right behind me and then point it up like that. Adds just a really cool vibe to my video, and I could change this up. So you really have a lot of versatility where you decide to move around your little studio setup and then changing the colors and get a pretty good result. Now this light can serve a double purpose since you can mount it to the top of your phone using the phone mount, And with a little light and a little microphone, you're rocking and rolling, and you can kind of go on the go, a little mobile setup for you. Now, one thing we can actually do to improve our videos even further is, because I'm shooting on the iPhone 15, just using the front facing camera, is switching over to the cinematic mode. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I switched over to cinematic mode, and what this does, it adds a little bit of blur to the background to make it a little less distracting. Sometimes you don't want things in the background showing up too obviously. So it adds a nice subtle blur and looks like a much more expensive camera. But in fact, we spent less than $100 on this entire setup. Let me know what you guys think of this setup in the comments down below, or what you might do differently. Now, if you have a little bit more money and you want to improve your videos, check out this video where we did an entire YouTube kit for under $1,000. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you later.